All right, get out your packet, and I want you to turn, I think it's about page 9. Here's where we're at now. So every single day we've been taking it one step further, one step more complicated. And so now you're going to encounter equations where you have variables on both sides. Variables on both sides of the equal sign. And we need to go through our legal moves and our legal procedures so that you end up with the variable on one side, all the numbers on the other, and then go ahead and solve to figure out what you've got. So your goal is look for those variables and get them on one side of the equation. And we might have to do some combining of like terms. We might need to do some other simplifying. In other words, maybe there's a distributive property we need to do, or maybe there's a fraction we can simplify. And then we're going to just start annihilating everything to get everything in the place we want it, all right? The good news is you get lots of options, and there's more than one way to do the problem. So however you decide to start, you'll get to the correct answer as long as you keep performing legal moves, all right? These first two examples, they're going to step you through a specific way, but once we get to your assignment, then you'll see we can do it either way. Okay, all right, here we go. Look at example 1. 4x plus 6 equals x. And in fact, grab your pencil. Call that a 1x, just so we've got that coefficient right there in our face. Okay, now we have variables on both sides. What we want to do is get all the numbers on one side, get the variable on the other. And it doesn't matter if your variable lands on the left or the right, just do something so that we can get one of the variables to basically disappear. So what I ask you to do is look at what you've got and annihilate one of them. So either you're going to pick 4x and do something algebraically to destroy that, or the 1x and do something to destroy that. The book in this case decides, hey, let's subtract 4x from both sides. So in each of these boxes, write 4x. I like to draw my line under the equal sign so that whatever you do on this side, you be fair and do the same thing on that side so your equation stays balanced. The beauty of subtracting specifically 4x is on the left side, annihilation. 4x minus 4x goes to 0x, and 0 times x is 0. Wipe out. So that's why down on this line, they just have 6. Over here, I have 1x minus 4x. So let's think. 1x minus 4x. That tells me I'm left with negative 3x. Don't freak out that it's a negative number. It's totally fine. Just a number. Now, our goal is to always get to just having a positive 1x. So what we're going to do is divide both sides by whatever the coefficient, or in other words, the number that's multiplying x. In this case, negative 3. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. Any number divided by itself equals 1, with the exception of 0. 0 divided by 0, no, 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 no. Can't divide by 0. Everything else, divide by itself, 1. 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. Boom, chakalaka. If you check your answer, I don't stress this enough, but if you plugged in negative 2 here, you'd say 4x, x is negative 2, plus 6. Supposedly, that equals negative 2. 1 times negative 2. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 6 is negative. Well, there you go. It works. Okay, let's look at example 2. Ooh. The first thing I want to do is I've got my equal sign here. I'm going to put a bar under there. Now, notice what they tell you this time. Take a look what's on the left. 10z minus 15 minus 4z. You have 3 terms. And I'm telling you, by looking at those, you can combine like terms to simplify, condense, squish, smush, crunch. You can get this down to just be 2 terms because 10z and this minus 4z, they're like terms. So why not combine those two to give you 6z? Minus 15, he just had to come on down because there are no other constants, no other numbers on that side of the equal sign. Let's look at what's going on over here. What kind of hot mess we have. Here's 8 minus 2z, not like terms, minus 15. Hey, an 8 and minus 15 are both constants, and you can combine those into one term. That is going to equal -7 or subtract 7. So right here in this box, they already have the minus sign there. Don't add it again. -7. So now we have 6z minus 15 equals -2z minus 7. Ugh, it's a lot of negative signs. All right, now what we want to do is I have a variable term on this side. I have a variable term on this side. When we open it up, you can decide either one to basically annihilate. You're going to annihilate it with algebra. Either you're going to go and destroy 6z, or and you're going to destroy -2z. In this case, the book is saying, let's destroy or annihilate -2z because I can add and I'm going to keep things positive. So they're specifically saying, hey, psst, buddy, let's add 2z to each side. The reason we did that, and again, here's my equal sign, so this is fair. I added a 2z here and a 2z there. These guys combine together and wipe out nothing. I still have subtracting 7 or -7. So notice they brought that right on down. Combine like terms here, 6z and 8z, or I'm sorry, 6z and 2z combine to give you 8z. -15 comes on down. Now this is cleaned up a whole lot better. Goodness gracious. 8z minus 15 equals -7. Let's attack and get rid of subtracting 15 by adding it. We're going to add 15 to each side. Wipe out. This side now becomes +8. So 8z equals 8. Well, hot diggity dog. Just divide both sides by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1z. 8 divided by 8 is 1. Ta-da! If you went back and checked that, see if it works. What's 10 times 1? 10. Minus 15. Minus 4 times 1. I'm saying z is 1. That means 4. Let's figure out what that is. 10 minus 15, that gives me -5. And subtract 4 more, -9. Let's see what happens on this side. 8 minus 2 times 1 is 2, minus 15. Order of operations. Parentheses, nope. Exponents, nope. Multiplying and dividing, done. Add or subtract, but go left to right. So take these 2 terms first. Bring -15 on down. Oh, totally works. Nice. All right, turn your packet over to this page. And let's do a couple of these together. All right? And let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. All right, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to copy down problem number 1. Don't cross these out. I just need to make more room. 7x minus 11 equals -19 plus 3x. I want you to do this on a separate piece of paper because this worksheet doesn't give you anywhere near enough room. Now, I am going to write this again over here, and here's why. I'm going to prove to you that it doesn't matter which side you go after to attack. You just have to pick one. At the very end, you're going to end up with the same exact answer. So you decide, do you want to attack 7x and destroy that? Or do you want to attack 3x and destroy that? On this side, we're going to get rid of the 7x. On this side, I'm going to get rid of the 3x, and I'm going to show you how it works out to be exactly the same answer. All right, so if I go and I want to attack 7x, then here's what I've got to do. I've got to subtract it from each side. And the reason I'm going to subtract it is because this will wipe out and go to 0. That means I'm just left with negative 11. On this side, if I subtract 7x, I combine those two terms together and I get negative 4x. Don't forget about this one. Now, everything's negative here, but fear not. You have your variable here, and it's only on the right-hand side of the equation. So now I need you to attack this guy. Let's get rid of negative 19. That means add 19 to each side so that you can, those wipe out. This comes on down. Adding 19 on this side gives you positive 8. Hot diggity dog, we're almost there. Get x by itself by dividing by negative 4. I get negative 2. Sweet. Now, I personally don't like a whole bunch of negatives. I would not have gotten rid of 7x. I would have gone after the little guy over here on the right, the 3x. So let me show you. If you did it this way, it's still going to work. Positive 3x or plus 3x. I am going to launch my algebra ammunition, and I'm going to subtract 3x from each side. Yay, hooray, that goes away. I still have negative 19 on the right-hand side of the equation. On this side, 7x combines with negative 3x to give you 4x. Negative 11 is just la-di-da-di-da, hanging around and waiting. But now I've got x here. I've got no x's there. Good. Work to undo all the other math so that you can get that x by itself. Add 11. Add 11. This subtracting of 11 and adding 11 wipe out to 0. And 4x plus 0 is just 4x. Yes! Do the same thing over here. Negative 19 plus 11 is negative 8. When you divide both sides by 4, you're just about ready to celebrate and do cartwheels. Negative 8 divided by 4, negative 2. What is this madness? Same answer. So it doesn't matter which thing you do first, as long as you're following the rules of algebra to keep your equation balanced. Work at chipping away at getting the numbers on one side, variables on the other. There you go. Your assignment is posted in Schoology. So good luck, show your work, watch your signs, eliminate and isolate everything so that you get the variable by itself. Good luck, and may the force be with you.